So, the new Weaponsmith update just dropped, allowing everyone to access this update. Let's get right on it and see what this update has for us. So, what is the Weaponsmith update? So, it is a community project funded by players like you to build a new weaponsmith, allowing new items and mechanics to be added. To access the new weaponsmith, go to the location where the old weaponsmith is, near the coal mines.
We have 2 new NPCs, and the weaponsmith is getting some new items and
mechanics. And there's a new location.
So, the new NPC allows new players to purchase cheap gear to be used. Rosetta, iron armour, plain old iron armour. This has the full set of iron armour enchanted with growth 1, which costs less than 100 coins. We have Rosetta's armour, custom designed and handcrafted diamond armour, with growth 1 again, costing less than 10,000. We have the Squire armour, a solid set to venture into the deep caverns. This whole set costs around 24,000 with the Squire sword. Mercenary armour, to kickstart your warrior journey. This features the mercenary axe and the full mercenary set, which costs around 210,000. We have the Celeste set, dip a toe into the world of magic. We have the Celeste wand, which is a magic item with the ability Lightning Strike, dealing a certain amount of magic damage with lightning 10 blocks away to the nearest monster. This costs 70 mana for 5,000. This whole set costs 29,000. The last set, the Starlight set. This set was designed with the help of Barry the Wizard. This includes the Starlight Wand, another magic item that showers stars in a 3 blocks area for 5 seconds, dealing a certain amount of magic damage per second to the mobs within. It costs 120 mana, with a cooldown of 2 seconds. The whole armor set costs around 210,000. Why should you purchase these armor sets? Well, if you're a beginner, this would be a really good way to obtain armor. It is both cheap and gives you decent damage and health. Also, this will come in really handy if you're playing on an ironman profile, as armor is really hard to purchase on ironman profiles. Also, as you can see, the top 2 armor, mercenary and the Squire armor, they are really good when you're beginning slayers. The bottom 2 armor is really good when you're beginning dungeons for mage, and also the Squire and mercenary armor are also good for berserk class in dungeons. That's all for Rosetta. Okay, now let's test out the new magic items, the Celeste wand and the Starlight wand. So here we are in the graveyard, and let's first test out the Celeste wand with lightning strikes. So as you can see, you still have to aim where your target is. So say if I aim here, the lightning will strike that place. It seems you can spam the attack, but it will quickly use your mana. Okay, now let's test out the Starlight wand. It will shower stars in a 3 blocks area. Wow, so it seems like it will actually literally shower starlight to enemies. Let's test it in a group of mobs. So with a cooldown of 2, you can't spam this weapon, unfortunately. That's all for Rosetta. She is now in the place where the old weaponsmith is. Let's move on to the old weaponsmith, which has been revamped. The new artisanal shortbow. The artisanal shortbow does 40 damage, and its special ability is that it can instantly shoot when you press it. So as you can see, Its fire rate, however, is capped. You can fill up your whole entire quiver for a certain amount of money. The quiver can be unlocked at String 3 collection. Click this. It will cost some money depending on how many arrows you have purchased. When your quiver is full, this will pop up. When you go to your quiver, you can delete all the arrows by pressing clear quiver. There will be another confirmation screen confirming whether you want to delete them. Let's press confirm. This is a great way to purchase arrows instead of manually buying them a stack at a time with the click of one button. Here, you can enter this place, which is the archery range. Here is the NPC Jax. Let's click on him. Hello, Bided. What brings you to my workshop? I forged the newest and most powerful arrows in all of Skyblock. If you can prove to me you're a real archer, I'll forge you arrows whenever you need them. Ready to test your skills? Step on the pressure plate and all the targets will light up. If you can shoot them all in 25 seconds, I'll know you're the real deal. So, there is a target practice. There are 3 stages to this minigame. The first stage, you have to shoot all the targets within 25 seconds. For the second stage, you have to shoot all the targets within 15 seconds. For the third stage, within 12 seconds. After you complete all the stages, you'll gain access to Jax's secret arrows. A tip to complete target practice quickly is to use the artisanal shortbow, as this does not need you to pull back. To start, you need to go onto the pressure plate. Let's do that. We have completed target practice 1, and let's try out target practice 2. Okay, we finished target practice 2, let's try out 3. Nice. Okay, we completed target practice 3 in the nick of time. Now let's go see Jax for the rewards. Wow, you can really shoot a bow. Well, a deal's a deal. Come to me at any time and I'll forge you whatever arrows you need for the adventures. I have only one condition. These are powerful arrows. They can't fall into the wrong hands. So keep them in your quiver and don't share them with anyone. We have a arrow swapper, which selects the arrow type that you want to take priority in your quiver. We have the flint arrow, which is the normal arrow, reinforced iron arrow, gold tipped arrow, redstone tipped arrow, emerald tipped arrow, bouncy arrow, icy arrow, armor shred arrow, explosive arrow, and more. Jax's arrows cannot be shared. As you can see, if you want to remove your arrows from the quiver, it gives you a message saying, Jax told me not to share these arrows. So this also means you cannot put it up on the auction house, and it may not be tradable. The arrow swapper. This allows you to prioritize a type of arrow that you want. So right now in my quiver, I have flint arrows and bouncy arrows. By clicking right click or left click, I can change the arrow that I want to prioritize, which means the one that I want to use first. So I right clicked and I switched to bouncy arrows. I can right click again to switch to flint arrows. After you have cycled all your arrows, it will automatically switch to none, where first arrows in your quiver will be prioritized instead. Now let's test out the bouncy arrow. So this ability, bouncy, arrows have a 50% chance to bounce to another target, bounces up to 4 targets, each bounce dealing 15% less damage. Let's try it out. Hey guys, thank you for watching my video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe, as that will be very helpful. And also, comment down below what you think is the best arrow.